Straight versus curly, straight versus curly. This is a topic I've been wanting to talk about. I don't know why. Don't ask me why I come up with some of the topics I do, but this is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a little while. And it's kind of interesting how this came up. So as you might notice, I have pretty straight hair. Wait, I have very straight hair. It's not exactly 100% straight, but it's because I blow dried it and, well, it's pretty darn straight. So, who is it? Lisa! Oh my goodness, how are you doing, girlfriend? I haven't seen you in a while. Need to connect with you, get my taxes done. But, so I want to talk about curly hair versus straight hair. And the reason I wanted to bring up this topic is because how many of you have straight hair and you curlize it? And then how many of you have curly hair and you straightenize it, right? Hello, Judy. Good to see you. So it was about 2 months ago or so, and I took my shower and I was going to be going to an event, and excuse me, gosh, I had a flu 3 weeks ago and I'm still coughing from it. Okay, so I was getting ready. I was getting ready to go to this event, and I was blow drying my hair, and I always just blow dry it straight because I have straight hair, and then afterwards I will curl it or not. And I was getting ready to curl my hair because I've had some people say, you should curl your hair. It looks so pretty when it's curled. Hello, Denise. Hello. And I was getting ready to do it, and I paused and I said to myself, I know a lot of people who pay a lot of money to have the straight hair you have. They take their curly hair, they pay a lot of money to get it straightened out. And then sometimes when they step into humidity, it blows up and it goes all curly again, right? Now, those of you who have curly hair, I'm sure you've experienced that. I have never experienced that because I have very straight hair. So as I was getting ready to curl my hair and spend 15, 20 minutes, hello, Will, do you have straight hair or curly hair? Do you blow dry your hair? Do you curl your hair? So as I was getting ready to curl my hair, I said, this is ridiculous. Instead of me trying to make the hair that I have be something other than what it is, why don't I just learn to love the hair I have? It was in that moment that I said, oh my gosh, I have this straight hair that people pay hundreds of dollars to get. So why don't I just love my hair? Hello, I've never seen your hair straight. I mean, curly. Yeah, exactly. You've never seen it curly. Yeah, because it's straight most of the time. Hello, Elizabeth. Yeah, very, very rarely curl it because a couple reasons, actually. One is time. I'd rather spend my time doing things that are more important than curling my hair. And then time. I'd rather spend doing things that are more important to me than curling my hair. Hello, Karen. Hello. So I don't know why I wanted to bring this topic up. It's been on my mind. And so I figured, you know what? I'll just do a really quick video about it, talking about it. But so often, I believe a lot of this started back when I was younger, right? Or back when we were younger. You know, the girls, like we have in junior high, all the girls are getting together and they're doing their hair stuff. I hate my hair at the moment. I hear ya. Put a ball cap on. That'll take care of it. You know, so I had my girlfriend who had beautiful, absolutely beautiful curly locks. Perfect. Like they were like Shirley Temple, perfect, right? It's like perfect curls. And she spent an hour to an hour and a half every single morning before she left her house for school, straightening her hair. And I used to actually go to her hair. Hello, Misty and Mary. Good to see you guys today. Actually used to go to her hair. I used to go to her house in the morning, and I would just sit with her in the bathroom talking to her while she was straightening her hair. Then we get to school about 7:30 or whatever. And then about by 9 o'clock or 9:30, sometimes 10, her hair was starting to get curly again. So she was always fighting with her hair. And I'm like, dang, I don't know about this fighting with your hair thing. It's just crazy. Oh, looking at wigs. Awesome, Elizabeth. I can't wait to see what you end up with. Misty says, I told you the other day the curls were sassy and felt uplifted your spirit. Yeah, so that's interesting, right, Misty? Because did they really uplift my spirit? Hello, Matt. Good to see you. Did they really uplift my spirit, or because I was aware of it, or because I was unaware of it? But I feel like no matter how my hair looks, no matter how I look, that I'm always the same. So I always feel the same, which is cool. This was something I didn't always feel. I didn't always feel good about the way I was or feel good about who I was, but I do now. So it's interesting you said that, Misty, because now, wondering, right? Was it because I had curls in my hair that I actually was uplifted, or was it something else? Like maybe something else was going on in my life and it just happened to be coincidental. I don't know. I feel like right now I'm uplifted and I have straight hair. So what is it? Maybe it was just a day. I don't know. But I just want to bring up this topic because I believe, you have beautiful curly hair. Have beautiful curly hair. Why not embrace the hair you have? So if you think about it, this is my thought. Hello, Amy. Good to see you. Here's my honest thought on it, is I believe that somewhere at some point down the line, years ago, decades ago, maybe even centuries ago, someone convinced people who have straight hair that they need to have curly hair, and convinced people who have curly hair that they need to have straight hair. And then they created some products for you to buy to straighten your hair or curl your hair. And it was a business that was born out of it. I really believe that that's how a lot of things are created, because people want to make a business out of it. And then they're showing you how you need to do this. You need to do this so that you'll be better, so you'll be prettier, so you'll be liked more, so that you'll have so many more friends, whatever it is. That's what I believe. What do you guys think? Hey, Linda, love this. Awesome. Amy. Invisible no more, invincible forevermore. Try curling it again and see if people comment. Well, here's the problem, Misty. Maybe it's my own thought. I didn't curl my hair that day. The hairdresser did, because I just got my hair done that day. And so the hairdresser curled my hair and she did a great job. You put a curling iron in my hair and I got left side is going one way and then the right side's like going a totally opposite way. And it's like the left side might go in, whereas the right side goes out. I have this weird thing like mirror images, and I haven't figured out how to figure it out, but it's like if you put me in front of a mirror, everything looks weird. So when I'm curling my hair, everything, like I know it's backwards because it's a mirror, but wouldn't you think that my mind would be able to adjust that, oh, it's a mirror, everything's backwards? It doesn't. It's really, really crazy. Joke's on them. I shaved my head. Awesome, Caesar. Good to see you here. So it's some kind of weird thing with me, mirror image, and it's on videos. So when I'm doing videos and like, let's say I had something on the background here and there were words, what would happen is I might actually point over here, even though the words are over here. So I have to really, really adjust the way my mind sees things in order for me to be able to, or like, let's say the words were this way, right? Like this to this. I might go like this just because the way I see mirror images. Isn't that weird? Or am I alone on that? Let's see. Mary says, I wash my hair and let it dry naturally. And I did that for decades, Mary. I did that for decades. I recently started blow drying my hair just because taking a shower too soon to when I need to get out the door. And so I started blow drying my hair. But other than that, like I didn't even have a blow dryer probably for the first 30 years of my life. I'm not into curling irons, hair dryers, hairspray, or other hair products. My hair is straight with lots of body. Mine is straight and flat, straight and flat. And I always called it, when I was younger, what did I say? Flat, boring, straight hair. Like that's... In the 80s, we permed straight hair. 2000s, straightened curly hair. Yes, I noticed I don't get split ends anymore from doing the same. Yeah, in the 80s, I was totally an 80s chick. I was born in 63, so in the 80s, like 81, I was 18. And then by 84, I was in the bars, right? And so I got perms, and my hair was so thick back then. I had a lot of hair when I was younger. It was so thick that I'd have to get 2 perms in order for it to hold a curl. And I used to get these things called, I can't remember what they're called, but I would sit in the chair for 4 hours and then have to go back a week later to get another perm. I know that's not good for you now, but back then it was just the thing to do. So I had these spiral waves. My hair was all the way down to my butt, and I had no bangs back then. So I had these spiral waves. So it took a long time to get those in. But my point is that I spent all that time and money fixing something that wasn't broke. My hair was fine. I have straight hair. Why not just love the hair I have? I don't know. I don't know what it was. Like I felt like I needed to have better hair. Like I needed to have more full hair. So what if I have flat hair? Just do, I don't know, just go like that. I don't know, right? And then throw some hairspray on it, I guess. I don't know. Hey, so Hayla and Abigail, good to see you guys today. So, it's just an interesting topic for me. I've been thinking about this topic for a couple months and thought, you know what? I might as well just get it out of my mouth and put it out there and share it, because now I don't have to think about it anymore. I hate bangs and don't like makeup either. Yes, 80s curly hair. Yeah, I have bangs. I actually like bangs. I don't like straight across bangs, if that's what you're referring to. Not that. I had this woman I worked with and her bangs were like this. She had really thick bangs and they were like this. And I always felt like, because she was always going like this, like just barely touching the bangs. Wait, hold on. Let me adjust my bangs. So she was always doing that. And then when I was talking to her, it was like I couldn't see her eyes. So was she hiding something? I don't know. But I do like bangs. I like the sideways bangs. I used to have all one length, and I made bangs. I like the bangs on me. But yeah, it's like we gotta do what we like. What do you like? What do you like about your hair? 80s curly hair. I loved my 80s hair. Oh my gosh, there's so many songs that just came to mind right now. What was your favorite 80s song? When I was out in the bars, there was Janet Jackson. Oh, what was I can't remember the name of the song right now, so I won't say it because I can't remember. But yeah, Janet Jackson's song. Really, really good song. I loved the 80s. I love the 80s. You see, Caesar knows where to be. All the ladies, exactly. Caesar rocks. I met Caesar about a year ago at it was like a marketing, branding kind of seminar that we went to. We didn't know each other, and we ended up sitting next to each other. And it's so cool because you never know who you're going to meet wherever you go if you're willing to talk to the person. So Caesar and I were sitting next to each other, and if I remember correctly, there was kind of little exercise that they had us do. And so Caesar and I were partnered up together, and it was fun because I got to know a little bit about him and him a little bit about me. Now, next thing you know, here we are, Facebook friends, and tuning in and seeing what each other is doing. What have you done for me lately? Oh, that was it. What have you done for me lately? Do 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 do. Ooh yeah. Bum ba da bum. Oh man, I need a turntable in this room. Turntable. Do they even exist anymore? Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. So here's my original point. My original point was, why don't we just love who we are? Why don't we just love what we have? What we look like? If you have curly hair, embrace it and look at it and see how beautiful it is. So many of us with straight hair are envious of the beautiful curly locks that you have. And if you have curly hair, you may be a little envious of those who have straight hair, as I like to call it, flat, boring, straight hair. But if we can learn, and this is what happened with me, is I learned to embrace my straight hair because I realized there are other people out there who want what I have. So if there are other people out there that want what I have, isn't it time for me to want what I have? Isn't it time for me to embrace what I have? Look inside rather than looking outside and what I can get over there and say, wow, look at what I have. The heart I have, the hair I have. This goes way beyond the hair. This goes way beyond the hair. This is actually starts from the heart. Learn to like me. Learn to love me. If there are people out there who like me and love me, is it possible they like me and love me more than I like or love myself? And if that's the case, it's time for me to check in and learn, what is it they like about me? And me say, you know what? I like me about that too. I like that about me too. I love that about me too. It's about time. Hair does not make the person. So true. I'm too sexy for my hair. Woo! I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy, it hurts, right? I'm a martyr. I know what I mean. Okay, anyway, Red said Fred, or I don't know. Something Fred. Hey Janine, hello. We need to start a trend. Just the way. Ooh, there's lots of songs coming up, you guys. I love this. Don't go changing to try to please me. Never wanna get that far. Ooh, don't imagine you're too familiar. I don't see you anymore. Why? I don't want to get too loud. I'm in the office right now. Just the way you are. Okay, anyway, just the way you are. That's a great song. Own it 100%. That's good. I was black hair, straight hair, and my sister was blonde, naturally curly. Oh, that's so interesting. Totally opposites. That's so cool. Hello, Annie Evans. Good to see you. So yeah, just the way you are. Love you just the way you are. If there are things about you you don't love, figure out why. Whip it. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Crack that whip. That's kind of a hard song to sing without the music. Give yourself a slap. Okay, so love yourself for who you are. But look at, if there's things about you that you don't like, examine why you don't like them or what it is you don't like about them, and then change them. But if some of the things that you don't like about yourself are actually good things and are actually things that people love about you, they're like, oh my God, I just love the way she laughs. I just love the way she laughs at everything. Okay, and you're like, oh, I hate how I laugh at everything. Embrace it. People are loving you for that. Just say, you know what? Freaking A, man, I laugh at everything. That's so cool because I'm so easygoing. I'm not talking about me because I don't laugh at everything. I laugh at a lot, but not everything. So figure out, like, I have these notepads here. Let me see, I'm going to find a word here. A notepad. Okay. These notepads are really cool, by the way. These are words that people told me about me. They were like, Linda is determined. Linda is authentic. Linda is heartfelt. Linda is insightful. And I got to admit to you, Linda is a visionary. Linda is a pioneer. I was like, what? I'm a pioneer? And I was, I had to learn to believe these words about me because I didn't believe them. But other people saw that about me. So I spent a lot of years when people would give me compliments, I would give an excuse as to why, whatever. Like say somebody said, oh, I just love your hair, how straight it is. I would never say thank you. I used to just say, oh, it's not me, it's my mom and dad. My hair is like that because of my mom and dad. Instead of just saying thank you, just a simple thank you. So when I learned that other people thought these things about me, I realized it was time for me to look at what they're looking at about me and accept that that is who I am, especially if they were words I liked. Determined, authentic, pioneer, visionary. I was like, oh my God, I love those words. I want to learn that that's who I am. Because I saw myself as who I was when I was a child, as a kid, as this like just goofy kid, right? Who didn't have any value, who wasn't important. But so when other people started telling me these things about me, I started looking at it and saying, Wow, when I would do something, I would say, wow, I am a visionary. Wow, I am authentic. Wow, I am kind. They were right. I was wrong. I was the one who was wrong about who I thought I was. I was wrong about who I thought I was because I had so many negative things fed to me for so many decades that those were the things I believed about myself. So when somebody says something good about you, nice about you, write that word down. And then I want you to explore it. And I want you to discover why they think that thing about you. And I want you to adopt it into your daily life. How did I go from straight hair, curly hair to this? I have no idea. But as you know, I can go on and on and on. This, my friend Will, I'm going to call you out, Will. He's like, you make your damn videos too long. I'm like, hey, people are commenting, so why wouldn't I keep talking to them? I'm having a conversation with somebody. So anyway, look at, what other people say about you, the good things. Those who are saying bad things about you are not there to support you. Look at the good things people are saying about you and really, really think about it and adopt it and realize that that's who you really are. So awesome. So awesome. Let's see. Annie says, won't be able to stay long. Mercy me, beautiful, just the way you are. By office, is that code for restroom? No, I'm actually at the office. Look at, oops, hold on. So we have this it's a studio. It's my office. It's a studio. I have that. As you can see, it's all going to be a video studio. The TV up there, I'm really excited about because the TV I will be using to advertise sponsors, as well as I'll have stuff up there about like some of the stuff I have going on. Really, really fun. I'm really excited about it. But I think that's funny at the office, code for restroom. My hair went curly, waves after kids. Oh, interesting. I worked PBX at a casino. The boss had everyone have a journal. That's cool. Then coworkers wrote what they liked about whoever's journal they were writing in. I still have mine. That is awesome, Mary. I love that. I never worked at a place like that. I never worked at a place that was really, really wanting to see their employees, see how awesome they are. But that is a great idea. I think every employer should employ that. That's really, really awesome. So I'm going to get going because I have an appointment coming up here in 15 minutes. I want to get ready for it. But it was really great talking to you guys. Straight hair, curly hair, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Your hair is your hair. It's, as Mary said earlier, hair does not make the person. And that's one thing I've realized too is, people are judgmental anyway, right? They're going to judge you no matter what. Whether your hair looks great or whether your hair looks bad. There are going to be some people who are going to judge you based on the way you look, based on makeup, no makeup, based on the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you whistle, the way you laugh. People are going to judge you no matter what. So as long as you're always you, again, that authentic word, right? That buzzword we've got going around now, authentic. But as long as you're you and you're authentic and you are happy with you, then none of that other stuff will bother you. This is how you know that you're living your life in authenticity. And that's by when you are doing what you're doing, saying what you're doing, no matter what kind of feedback you get from others, whether it's a positive feedback or a negative feedback, it doesn't affect you. Especially, it doesn't affect you adversely. So really start looking at the things that you're doing in your life and looking at like, how did it make me feel when somebody said whatever they said? Now, you might automatically have a defensive reaction to it, and that's okay. But then you can examine that and say, I just had a defensive reaction to that. What caused my defensiveness? What caused my defensiveness? And it's on you. It's not them. Because now somebody rated my book. I had 5 stars on my book, The Year of Fears. And then somebody gave me a 1 star. So I went from all these 5 stars to 1 star. And I read it and I read their comments and I was like, cool. Thanks for reading my book. That was my thought. I was like, cool. Thanks for reading my book. Now, if I had any doubts about who I am or what I wrote or how my book has helped others, I have a lot of people who told me that my book has helped them. I want to focus on them. And the other people my book is going to help. Rather than focusing on the one person who I basically said kind of things like, this was written by a child, and that's fine. Whatever. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me adversely. And actually, it got me pumped up because I was like, thanks for reading my book, you know? So it's all in our interpretation of what we're receiving. Somebody can say a comment to two people who are standing right next to each other, the same comment to the same two people. This one can take it negatively and this one can take it positively. What's the difference? What's the difference? It's because this person grew up in an environment other than this person grew up in. This person hears things differently than this does. That's all it is. It's on us, the receiver of the information. So when somebody says something to us, it's our job to interpret it in a way that's going to help us. I still have instances where I feel defensive, but I can notice them now. And I'm like, bang, how can I rate your book? Go to Amazon.com and rate it. Thank you. I love that. But it's all in how we interpret it. And we interpret everything in our life through the filter that we have from us growing up to our years. It's like all the years from the second you took that first breath all the way up to this very moment today. Anything that somebody says to you in this moment is affected by all of those previous years. So the first 51 years of my life were pretty much negative. The last 4 years of my life, I've spent a lot of time really concentrating on me becoming a better person every single day. So today, my whole wish for myself today is to be a better person than I was yesterday. A more positive person, a more inspiring person, a more uplifting person, a more motivating person. That's my mission for today, is to be a better person than I was yesterday. And I've been doing that for a little over 4 years, almost 4.5 years now, on a daily basis. This is how I operate. But because I'm spending my time and energy in a positive place as often as possible, as often as humanly possible, when these negative things come to me that I would have interpreted as negative 5 years ago, and I would have gotten angry, I would have gotten defensive, I would have taken it personally, all these different things would have negatively affected me. Today, the same exact things that happen, the same exact thing that could have happened 5 years ago, if it happens today, it's a totally different response. Sometimes I still do get a twinge of a negative feeling, but I recognize and I say, what's causing that? And when I discover what's causing it, then I can move forward. But I don't blame them. It's me. I'm the filter. And so however I interpret whatever it is in my life, I'm going to give a really great example and then I got to go. I really got to go. So I had this one boss. Her name was Melanie. I loved Melanie. I worked in the corporate world for 49 years. For 36 years, and I had 49 jobs. Melanie was probably the only boss in all of those bosses, 49 bosses, that I actually liked. So what had happened, though, is I grew up in a volatile, abusive alcoholic household. I married somebody that was just like my dad. On a daily basis, he told me I was stupid and ignorant, and people were only nice to me because they felt sorry for me. These are important because it's part of the story, okay? So then I go fast forward until the time that I worked for Melanie. I had all this negativity in my life, so much negativity in my life until I was working for Melanie. So I was working for Melanie, and she would send me a message, like an email at work. Like her office was, say, just down the block, down the hall, and she would send me an email, hey, come into my office. I would freeze, and I would be so scared. What happened? What went wrong? What did I do? I would go through my brain, and I would make up all this stuff. I would make up all this negative stuff that could possibly happen. Am I going to be fired? Did I do something wrong that I don't know about? Did they catch something that I didn't know about? And this is where my mind went. It went into a tizzy. And I'd walk in and I'd be terrified, and I'd have to get up and walk out of her office. It was my boss. She told me to come to her office. I'd walk into her office. She'd say, have a seat. I'm like, oh shit, what's happening? What's happening? I don't know what's going on. I'm scared. I was so scared. And then she'd say, hey, I was shopping online at Nordstrom and I was looking between like these 3 different pairs of shoes. Which one do you like the best? And I was like, what? I got myself all worked up. It wasn't because of Melanie. It wasn't because of Melanie at all. My automatic reaction to somebody saying, can you come to my office? Or can you come see me? Or I have something I need to talk to you about. My immediate jerk reaction was a negativity because of the life that I had lived up until that point. So I started to realize that when Melanie reached out to me, it didn't mean she was angry with me. When my other boss reached out to me, it didn't mean that he was angry with me. So I learned that I could change the way I react to something that somebody is saying to me. And it's really helped me a lot with so many different people in my life. I have some people in my life who are very like boom, 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 boom when they talk to me. And the past Linda would have been terrified from that. The new Linda just sees it as what it is. And I realized they're not angry with me. Everything's okay. So it's just a matter of learning how to take the things that are coming at you and interpreting them in the way they're really meant. Because when somebody says something to me, I have a choice. I have a choice to hear it through the way they mean it or hear it through my filter. And a lot of times that filter is a negative filter. Or you just change the filter. Change your filter. We always assume the worst. Yes, exactly. And the thing is, Mary, that's so true, right? I used to always assume the worst. That was the way I was. That's how I was programmed. That's how I was brought up. And I can use that as I'm always going to assume the worst. But I've learned instead, anticipation is a killer, right? But what if we flip that? And we say anticipation is excitement. Anticipation is exciting because the unknown, I don't know what's going to happen. And guess what? What's going to happen is going to be amazing. I already know that because everything that comes to me is an amazing thing. Everything. Like I just got off a call with somebody. I didn't know what she wanted to talk to me about, but I was like, okay, let's get on this call, see what happens. Let's get on this call. And it was really cool. We got on the call and it was so amazing. But I didn't come in with any preconceived ideas of what the call was going to be about. I just came into the call saying, okay, let's talk. What's going on? Let's see what's going on. And just things can unfold so much better if we go into it either with no preconceived ideas or if we go into it with the preconceived idea that everything's going to be amazing. Really, it works. Trust me, it doesn't work 100% of the time, but it's so much better. Life is so much better, so much less stressful when we believe everything is going to work out, when we believe and truly, honestly believe that everything is going to work out, but not only work out, but it's going to work out amazingly well. It's going to work out in your favor. It's going to work out in your favor because it's going to work out in both of your favors. So when I got to the end of this phone call I had just a little bit ago, both of us were super excited about what's coming up because we're going to be working together on a project. And oh my God, we were giggling. It was just an amazing phone conversation because neither of us had any preconceived ideas when we came into the call. Actually, I can't answer for her. I can say that I didn't have any preconceived ideas when I came onto the call. And when it ended up to the end, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to change a lot of lives. I'm so excited about what we have going on, which I can't share yet because we're going to have another call to kind of solidify some things. But really, it's really about how do I go into this call? How do I go into this conversation? How do I go into this interview? How do I go into this office? How do I show up when I show up somewhere? How do I go to this networking event? How am I going to go? What kind of expectations am I going to have when I show up? Well, the expectations that I have when I go to networking events is that I'm going to meet 4 amazing people. Or I say, I'm going to meet 2 amazing people. And that's my expectation. So I walk around looking for the 2 or 4 amazing people. And when I meet my 2 or 4 amazing people, my expectation has been met. And I had an amazing time. I I don't ever try to sell to anybody at networking events. It's not about that at all. It's about making connections, about making like real relationships. And actually, we're going to be talking about that in my mastermind. Abigail's in there. We're going to be talking about that on Thursday, talking about like good networking, like how to have great networking event experiences, really, when you leave the experience. So just what I needed to hear. Awesome. I love that because, see, here's the thing about live videos. We have an opportunity to connect with our audience. Like just now, somebody said, and that is an incredible breakthrough, Abigail, which I haven't seen the breakthrough yet, so let me see. But somebody said, I needed to hear this right now. Think about this. Think about this. If I didn't come on here wanting to talk about straight hair and curly hair, and you hadn't hopped on and helped me to have some other conversation while I'm live with you, if you hadn't hopped on to have this conversation with me, you wouldn't have heard the thing you needed to hear right now. Isn't that amazing? Think about the power that we have by doing this, by sending our message out there into the world. There is somebody out there who needs to hear your voice. There's somebody out there who needs to hear what you have to share right now. Well, not right now because you're watching me right now, but after we're done here, you can go out and share. So let's see, Abigail asks, how can I rate your book? So it's The Year of Fears. Go to Amazon.com, look for The Year of Fears. Go to livinglive.tv/YOF, which is Year of Fears, YOF Amazon. And that'll take you to the page where you bought the book, and then scroll down to the very bottom where it says reviews, rate this book or something like that, and go give me a review. That would be so awesome. I'd really appreciate that because I need as many 5 stars now to combat that 1 star that I got. You know, somebody giving a 1 star. I was like, shoot, why did this person at least reach out to me and talk to me rather than just giving me a 1 star and rating it awfully? And I'd be more than happy to refund their money. You know, don't give me a 1 star. Just ask for your money back. Just ask, why do you have to, like, if they felt this need, right, to rate me as a 1 star, which, like I said, I'm fine with that. I'm not angry about it, but they were so worked up about my book that they had to give me a 1 star. That's not a reflection of me. That's not a reflection of my book. I know that. There's something going on in that person's life where they have so much pain in their life that they had to make sure, there's a saying, hurt people hurt people. So I don't see this person as attacking me. I see this person as there must be some sort of pain in their life that they feel the need to lash out. And I just happened to be there when they lashed out. That's all. It's not a reflection on me. And if people read that review and don't want to buy the book because that one person rated me as a number 1, 1 star, I'm fine with that. It's okay. There's another book out there that they'll read that they'll be interested in. Negative feedback can be a positive thing sometimes. Oh, for sure, Mary. Yeah, because you can look at the negative, right? Or I like to call it feed forward, by the way. Positive feed forward, how we can move ourselves forward. So, negative feedback, if we look at it, again, with a clear filter, right? If we look at it as what it really is and not as an attack personally, then there's a way that we can turn that negative feedback into positive feed forward. Yeah, definitely. You're a positive role model for me. Thanks for being real. Thank you, Abigail. I'm so glad you're in my program. You're just amazing. You're making tremendous strides so fast, and I love it. Don't let the speed at which you're making your changes slow you down. Don't let the speed at which you're making your changes slow you down. Keep with the momentum, because eventually what will happen is that will become your normal. That speed at which you're changing right now will become your normal. Sometimes what happens is when we're making fast changes in our lives, sometimes what happens is we get a little bit scared because it's new for us. We're not used to this. But what happens then is that becomes your comfort zone. So it's okay if I'm not saying you're experiencing that, but if you are starting to feel like, this is just like a little bit too weird, it's too scary, it's too new, it's too unknown for me, Just keep going, because eventually that unknown scary will be your new normal. It's so amazing how when that happens, because I remember actually when that happened, I had this feeling. I was like, things are just moving too fast. I don't think I can keep up. I don't know if I can handle this. This is not me. This is something else going on here. I don't know what it is, And I had all these mind games playing with myself. And then I said, wait a minute, keep going. Because they say that, the successes are on the other side of fear, right? The successes are on the other side of whatever it is you're going through. So I realized I needed to keep going. And guess what happened? That feeling of inadequacy, that feeling of I don't belong, that feeling, just all the feelings, the negative feelings that I was having turned around and turned into my new normal. So now my new normal is like a freaking freight train, and it's exciting. I love it. Now when I get to a place where I'm moving so fast that I'm getting ready to jump to that next level or that next place, right? When I'm getting to that spot, I can feel those nerves, but I'm like, oh crap, there's my nerves. Oh yeah, okay, no big deal. I'm just going to keep going, because the more I keep going, boom, there I am. I'm on that next level. I'm on that next step, and I'm ready to keep just elevating myself. Just keep elevating, because I want to keep going up, up, up. I don't want to go back to where I was. I wasn't happy there. Why would I want to go back there? Our comfort zone can be happy or unhappy. My mom lived in a comfort zone for 55 years, married to my dad. She was absolutely miserable for 55 years. But that was her comfort zone. That was where she was comfortable. When she tried to reach out and step out of that comfort zone, she left him once when we were young, but she didn't really leave. She left, and he found us, and he came and got us, and we went back home. I was probably about 9 years old, 8 years old, something like that. And he came and got us, and we went back home. She tried to leave, but she didn't. But that was her comfort zone. It's okay to step outside your comfort zone. Actually, that's where all the action happens. Hello, Katrina. I'm just going to look at the notes real quick here. I see my battery's going low. We always assume the worst. Anticipation of the killer. Thanks for sharing. Well, I just realized that I have misinterpreted my marriage. Ooh, Abigail, you have to tell me what you got from that. Oh, I hope this is a good thing. I always hope it's a good thing, right? People fear the unknown. We stand in our own way. Boy, is that the truth. Hello, Matt and Mary. Be consistent. Yeah, consistency. They say consistency is key, right? It really is, because when we're consistent, here's why I believe, actually, here's why consistency is key. When you're consistent, people expect it. And I'm going to share a really quick story. I had a talk show called Taco Tuesday that I canceled. It just wasn't for me. So I had this talk show called Taco Tuesday. And every Tuesday at like 10 minutes before we went live, my messenger bot would send out a message saying, hey, we're going in live in 10 minutes. Here's the link. Come and join us. Well, it was like the fourth episode. So it was 4 Tuesdays. I forgot to schedule my messenger bot. So 3 minutes before we went live, a woman reached out to me and she said, what, no Taco Tuesday today? See how important consistency is? Really, because if I had sent my messenger bot like normal, she would have been used to that consistency, and then she would have said, okay, everything's great, right? But she got a little bit, not concerned, but maybe, I don't know, maybe she was concerned. She's like, I love Taco Tuesday. No Taco Tuesday today? I'm like, no, I just forgot to set up my messenger bot. But see, that's why consistency is really important, because people are watching you. They're seeing what you're doing. So yes, consistency, be consistent. Just what I needed to hear. Katrina, I'm so glad you're here to be able to hear what you needed to hear. So glad you're here to hear what you needed to hear. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is this is an incredible breakthrough. Abigail, hello, Antonio. Or talk to me. Prince, I love you. Where are you? Okay, hello, Yusuf. And then let's see. It just happened when Linda was sharing what she was thinking when going to her boss's office. I felt the same way when he called me to talk to me. Wow, that is so cool, Abigail. Yes. So remember, it's not his thing. It's your thing. So now you get to discover what was causing that. I want you to go back to a time earlier in your life. For me, it was my dad. So I recognized that because my dad was so angry and he was almost always angry. I actually thought my dad was a monster. I thought my dad was literally a monster until 2 months before he passed away. It was 2 months before he passed away where I saw vulnerability in him. I was over at the house, my mom and dad's house, and he asked me to take care of all the paperwork. He was sitting in a chair down low, and I was sitting in a chair up higher than him. So already I had that hierarchy thing, I'm above him kind of thing. But that, if you know anything about body language, they say if you are elevated above the other person, you already have a hierarchy. So he was down here, and he looked up at me, and he had these glasses that he wore. They're half glasses, half and then down, bifocals, I guess, but only one focal, unifocal. And he looked up at me, and this look on his face was a look I had never, ever seen in my entire life. And by this time, he was 75, and I was 47, I think. I think I was 47. I was 45. Okay, he passed away 10 years ago. So it was in that very moment that I realized this was a human being. This monster, this man I thought was a monster my whole life, was actually a human being, and he was vulnerable. He was vulnerable in that moment. And it was that moment for me that I realized again that he was actually a human being who has feelings. And I never ever tapped into those feelings because he passed away 2 months later. And even though I noticed that vulnerability in that moment, I was still terrified of him. I was still terrified of him from when I was a little girl. That little girl was so scared of that man. And what happened, Abigail, is that man that I was so scared of, because when he would yell, I would just go into shakes, and I would just be so scared and not sure what was going to happen, who was going to get hurt. That's what it was like in my household. Who was going to get hurt? And I carried that feeling from all those years, all those decades, into every job I went to, into every relationship I went to. That was so strong. That fear that I had was so strong that if anybody would say anything to me like, let's talk, such simple words. Let's talk to me meant, you're in trouble. Let's talk meant to me, I'm going to hurt you. That's what it meant to me. And I realized through my boss, Melanie, that wasn't what she meant at all. And now I had this ability to learn that those words just mean that. Let's talk. Nothing more than that. So it's so beautiful when we can tap into our past to discover what is causing this. Whatever feeling I'm having, whatever thoughts I'm having, whatever ideas I'm having, what's causing this? We go back to our past and figure it out. Because when we go back to our past, we can figure it out. Now we can unravel it and hopefully turn it into a non-issue where we're over it. So now when people say, let's talk, give me a call now. I get messages all the time like, call me now. Some of my friends, they use very few words. I get a message, call me. That used to scare the crap out of me. Now I see call me, I'm like, awesome. Yay, I get to talk to this person. See the switch, nothing changed. Nothing changed except this. This is what changed. This is where everything starts. We have the ability to change our lives when we change the way we think, when we change the way people talk to us, that we interpret how they talk to us. When we change the way we interpret what people say or do is when we change our lives. We all have the ability, every single human being on this planet, unless you are mentally ill, and I don't know anything about mental illness, so I can't speak to that, but I'm going to say if you're very mentally ill, that you might not be able to change as quickly, or you might not be able to change, I don't know. But I'm going to assume that you're not mentally ill and you're here today and you're able to change your mindset. It's 100% up to you, your responsibility. If you want your life to be different, you got to make a change. It's plain and simple. If you want your life to be different, you have to make a change. Don't expect others in your life to change because you can't change others. You can only change you. Or you can change the way you react, the way you respond to what others say. I see I'm running late, huh? Let's see, Mary says, people don't care if you're not perfect. Exactly, not at all, right? Being consistent is what they look for. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Prince. Thanks for sharing this, Linda West. You're so welcome. Wendy, I haven't seen you in quite a while. I'm just be quiet and listening. Aw, Prince. Hey, I miss seeing you. I hope to see you soon. Hello, Patty. Good to see you here. For me, it was my mom. Yeah, so if you could tap into that and figure out like what was that, right? And then make sure that when things happen, like when your husband says something or writes a message to you or what have you, how can you just say, you know what? He doesn't mean anything by this. The man loves you. He adores you. He adores you. Hello, Brad. You see, for me, it's my mom and dad at different times and circumstances. Yes, we all have something, right? We're all screwed up. As kids, we're all screwed up. Maybe there's one or two kids who weren't screwed up. I don't know. But I think we're all screwed up. We have stuff that we've gone through. We all have had something, and we don't want to compare. Like, I don't compare my life to this person's life. It's like what happened in my life affected me the way it affected me. That's all. I don't compare it to this person's or that person's life. We all had what we went through because we had to go through what we went through. Yes, I'm in my personal development since I found you, beautiful ladies. You are my support group. You're so amazing. I'm so glad you're with us because I've been seeing some amazing, fast changes with you. And just stick in there. We're here with you, okay? Your momentum is going to pick up, but let it keep going. Prince, are you going to be at the All Men Rock Awards? I'm not a man, Prince. 27th this month? What is that? All Men Rock Awards? No, invite me. Send me an invite. Can you invite a guest? Invite me. I'd like to learn a little bit more about that. So I really do got to go because I'm supposed to get on that appointment. Oops. Ooh, I'm late for a very important date. I'm late for a very important date. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Don't compare yourself to anyone. We are all on different paths. Exactly. We can compare ourselves to others, but it doesn't help. Humanitarian award. I haven't heard about that. Hey, if you got a guest pass, invite me, Prince. I'd love to come. That'd be a lot of fun. As your guest. I would love that. We'll hang out with each other. Okay, you guys, have a great, great evening, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye now.